I was back in elementary school. It was recess, and some kid was having a medical emergency. The ambulances came, and everyone went rushing to the kid to make sure they were okay. I, on the other hand, believed the kid should have privacy. I knew that if I was having a medical emergency, I would not want everyone crowded around me, so I stayed far away from the scene. While hanging far away from the scene, my curiosity spiraled. I wanted to know who was having a medical emergency, and I wanted to know what the emergency was. But even with my curiosity, I kept my distance. My friend Michelle walked over to me and said, "It's stupid they're extending recess. Because some kid has an emergency, they should give the kid privacy." I agreed with her. And as I agreed with her, it hit me the kid who was having a medical emergency was probably Josh, a kid who had cancer. I decided to ask Michelle what the emergency the kid was having was. But I didn't ask her who the kid was that way. I could give the kid privacy while also knowing what was going on. She responded saying the kid was fleeting. I didn't know what that meant. Pretty soon after our extra long recess ended, and we were instructed to head back inside. Everyone was talking about how the kid, whoever it was being taken to the hospital. I hoped they'd be okay. As I walked into the doors of the school, my elementary school teacher was there, and she was talking to these 4 girls. I heard them saying that they hoped Josh would be okay. So I assumed my suspicions were correct, and the kid who was having a medical emergency was Josh. I walked towards the staircase to get upstairs to my classroom when I saw Josh walking down the stairs. He looked really scared, like he had been panicking, but seeing him meant he couldn't have been the kid who had a medical emergency, because that kid was currently being taken to the hospital. I headed to class for silent reading, but I couldn't focus on the book I was reading, even though it was my favorite book. I kept thinking about who could be the kid who had a medical emergency. I never figured out who the kid who had a medical emergency was. I also never figured out why those 4 girls had been talking to my teacher about how they hoped Josh would be okay when he was doing as well as someone with cancer could be. And there was literally someone else in the school who had just been taken to the hospital.